Good morning, students. Myself, Anima Sharma, and Assistant Professor in Jaipur Engineering College and Research Center, Jaipur. Students, today I'll discuss in this video the very important topic of divide and conquer approach, that is merge sort algorithm. Now here, merge sort is one of the most powerful sorting algorithms, and merge sort is widely used in various applications as well. As we all know that merge sort is the application of divide and conquer type of approach, in which we divide our whole array into two parts, then again we'll divide that subparts into subparts, and likewise. The best part about these algorithm is that they are able to sort a given data in order of n log n complexity. Moreover, merge sort is one of the interesting topic because it creates an excellent case study for widely used techniques in computer science, that is of divide and conquer. Now, in merge sort, in a given array of any length n, we have to perform some type of steps. The first step is divide the array into two parts of length n by 2 and n minus n by 2 respectively. Second step is recursively sort the left and right array. And third, merge the left half array and right half array to get the full sorted array. These are the four steps which we have to perform. Three steps which we have to perform. Now let us take an example. Suppose here is an example given array 6, 4, 5, 1, 2, 7, 3. When we have to perform first step, dividing the array into two parts, then we divide the array in two halves. That is left half, which consists of 6, 4, 5, 1, and right half, which consists of 2, 7, 3. After applying second step, that is recursively sorting the left and right subarrays, we get the left subpart is 1, 4, 5, 6 and the right subpart is 2, 3, 7. And finally, we merge these two left and right subarrays and we got the final sorted array, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now let us understand this in more detail, how this is performed. In the above example, there are two arrays we have divided, that is 1, 4, 5, 6 and second is 2, 3, 7. We have to take a finally merged array in which our result is sorted. So what happens? Here is a finally merged array and here is a left array and right array. So in this step, what we'll do, we'll compare the elements of left subarray and right subarray. The first element 1 of left array is compared with the right subarray elements. It will not compare with left subarray because it is already sorted. So it will compare with right subarray first element. So here we can see that 1 is less than 2, then what happens? In final merge array, we put the element of first left array in it. That is, 1 will be moved to the finally merged array. Now the element left in left subarray is 4, 5, 6 and in right subarray is 2, 3, 7. Again, now we will compare the two arrays left and right. Again, the first two elements, that is 4 and 2. Now here we can see that the element of right subarray, which is less than the element of left subarray, that is 2 is less than 2 is less than 4. So 2 will be moved to finally merged array. In the same way, now the third element will compare to this. 4 is compared to 3. Then 3 is less than 4. Then 3 will move to finally submerged array. Now, after that, only 7 is left in right subarray. So what happens? It will compare with first element of left subarray. Now what happens? 4 is less than 7, so it will move to finally merged array. Similarly, 5 will be compared with 7. Again, 5 is less than 7. It will also move to finally merged array. Again, when 6 is compared with 7, it is also less than 7, then it will finally go to finally merged array. And then in last, in the left sub array has only one element, that is 7, and no element is left for comparison, so it will finally move to final merged array. So we get the final result, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So in this way, let us look at this diagram. In this way, we actually have broken our original problem into two parts. Again, we divide the sub problem in again two parts, and then we finally sorted them out and we get the result. Now let us take the coding part of it. This is the coding of merge sort, how we apply this logic in form of coding and get the output of the merge sort. Here we have declared in step number 8 hash include stdio.h. And as in my previous videos, I also mentioned that this is a header file, input output header file, and this must be included in our program. Now what happens? Here we have declared a function to sort the subsections of a array. So we have declared void merge integer I, integer j, integer a, array, and integer augs. We have taken two type of arrays here. Array A is the original problem, and integer array augs is the auxiliary type of array. Now here we have used if j is less than equals to I. If j is less than equals to I, then it will return the subsection is empty or a single element is there. This step means that the subsection which we are going to compare is empty or only single element is there. So if single element is there, there is no need to compare. Simply we find the mid of that array. So how we can find the mid of any array? So it is I plus j divided by 2. So now our array will divide into two subsections, that is left subarray, which contains the element from a I to mid, and right subarray, which contains the element from mid plus 1 to j. Now finally what happens, we will call again for our two subsections, two subarrays, right and left, we will again call the merge sort function. So function recursively calls itself up till the arrays are divided. So you can see in step number 20 that in merge sort, we are calling merge sort here, merge sort I mid a augs. Here we are passing the first and last position of our array, of our sub array, that is left sub array, and integer array and augs. In step number 21, we are giving the dimensions and parameters of right subarrays here. Again, in step number 23, what happens? Integer pointer left is equals to I. Now this variable, this integer type of variable, whose name is pointer left, is pointing to the beginning of left subarray. Similarly, integer pointing right is equals to mid plus 1. Here actually in pointer left is pointing to the first value of the left subarray, and pointer right is equals to is pointing to mid plus 1, means the first element of second subarray. Again, we are declaring here a counter which is k for looping purpose. Now in subsection, in this steps, that is 27 onwards, what we are doing, we are actually starting a loop from I to j to fill each of the elements to the finally merged array. Comparing elements of two subarrays, and whichever the element is less, we are shifting to the finally merged array. So what happens here? In step number 28, we are opening a loop for k is equals to I, k less than equals to j, and k plus plus. Now here we are giving a condition of if, in step number 29, if pointer left is equals to mid plus 1. Now what are the values of pointer left and what is the value of mid plus 1? Pointer left is the first element of left subsection, and mid plus 1 is the first element of right subsection. So here, if two elements are equal, then what happens? Then we can in position I, which is first element of Ogg's array, we will shift our right part of pointer right to the auxiliary array, and we will increase the pointer left right. Else if pointer right is equals to j plus 1, if this conditions happens, if it will move in else part, then auxiliary k will be in auxiliary k, what happens? Pointer left element will be shifted to aux k, and left part will be increased. Again, in step number 35, what happens? If we are again comparing two conditions, if array a left pointer is less than a right pointer, then what happens? In auxiliary k, what will be moved? A left pointer left, and a pointer left will be increased. Else a right pointer will be increased. Now after doing all these things, what happens? We will move the elements of auxiliary k, which is an auxiliary type of array we are using, to the final array, which is A, obviously. So actually in this step, what we are doing, copying the elements from aux array to A array. So for that purpose, we have to open up a loop for k is equals to I, k less than j, k plus plus, and ak is equals to aux k. Finally, that is moving. Now this all is the function part, in which the definition of function is written. Now, as every program has a main body, then we are declaring here the integer main, and in that we are declaring as integer a 100, aux 100, and id swap. These are some of the variables used in this program. Now in step number 53, what happens? Printf enter number of elements in the array, and we are actually asking user to enter the number of elements. We have taken actually the size of array as 100, but we are asking the user to enter the number of his or her wish. So here from step number 54, the user is the compiler is asking from user to scan the numbers. Now in step number 56, what happens then? whatever number the user has given to it, it will print the number here. Now, in step number 58, we are opening a loop from 0 to less than n and I plus plus to scanning those numbers in array. So we are reading those numbers in our array. Now what happens in step number 61, we are calling here the merge sort algorithm, the merge sort function basically, which we have declared above. We have fully written its definition there also, that what will happen in merge sort. So merge sort 0 to n minus 1 a aux. Here are the boundary conditions of the array. Now what happens in this step number 63, printf, printing the sorted array. Now when merge sort is called recursively, it will sort the arrays by dividing them into two subparts. Then again all subparts are divided into again subparts, and recursively they will sort themselves as mentioned in the previous above function declared. And then finally what happens, we have to print those to combine by after combining them. So in step number 65, what happens, we are opening a loop here from I 0 to less than n, and print all the elements of element array A in that. So this program is finished in this. Now I'm showing how to run this program. Now here you can see enter number of elements in array. It is asking for elements to be entered. I entered here 5 elements. Now it is asking for 5 integers. Suppose I'm giving here 6, 1, 5, 2, 8. Now here you can see the result 1, 2, 5, 6, 8. So finally, after dividing our array into two subparts, left and right, then what happens? It will recursively call again and again itself and divide and merging those and sorting those, and then finally printing the result. This is all about the merge sort. Thank you.